completing for an easy task isn't going to be so easy. It's about to be more impossible to do this while you're daily to do this for daily races as well. But as you can see this for the daily changes and the milestones freshing and about for just 2 days left. So looks like our next challenge will be completing 2 exhibitions rush hour races instead of friends and whatever. This isn't gonna be making throughout for much more that I just literally able to do so. But first off, I got for the Alfa Romeo Giulia around for a supercar spec around here for street racing vehicle. So as you may not see, I'll be turned into drag racer, but eventually we're gonna be making for a performance upgrades now, even for stock engine equipped with this thing. So the top speed isn't going to be just like this anymore, and probably we're going to be hitting around for the Titan engines, just literally going for very fast, and even though it's going to be more extremely fast, that cost a little bit of Roblox as well. I'm not very sure. I'll be going to be accelerating this, and unfortunately the idle sounds very silent. Now anyways, we're going to make things something it's a little bit race. But unfortunately, we're waiting for our next couple of people. If that's something whoever tries to set anything, of course, it's not going to be making things for good reasons. So when bad reasons happened for some kind of other community, in real life cars are going to be gone for anything as life and replacing to Grand Theft Auto vehicles for making changes into driving empire. So if it's not going to be gladly, I said, we have finishing in the round for drive 30 miles. It's going to be completely hard, and the hard thing is nobody wants to do this. And perhaps if you just going to be wanted to say, if this saying for just literally to do this, completing 2 rush hour races, even it's going to be very hard to find. But something is literally for a legal monstrous vehicle as well. So I should be able to stay in daytime as well. So we're not going to be doing for a cycle as well. So we're still able to get for around for this day. And one thing is, I'll be waiting for many more minutes as possible we do. If that's something in the chat filter that said anything as well. So recently in the last video, I bet he owns this video. I think he owns this vehicle in a racing condition. We're gonna be ready to prepare of this thing. We got a legal hypercars. If he said anything as possible, this is eventually ruined for this thing. So this race is going for about for tuners and muscle cars only. So, not supercars, I guess. I'll be reaching anything that's going to be possible as well. So, even I just pretty used about for this vehicle, it has all-wheel drive. Now we're going to be passing all the way for just about here. And what about some kind of one audio? Received 5 bounty. I got for my first bounties anything that's going to be possible. So, even for our first bounty, isn't going to be very quick. That doesn't going to be making sure it's not going to be quicking for enough to do so. Alright, the air control isn't going to be making to do this, but the last checkpoint isn't going to be making for about for exhibition races. So, we just eventually totally failed. I thought I was going to flip around here. And so, looks like somebody wins as well for over 60 seconds. I'm at over 60 seconds too, because the vehicle has slightly all-wheel drive. So, what I just eventually going to be doing for corner cutting myself, and I won't be able to regret things, isn't going to be such as well. Now, eventually I just finishing in second, 50 seconds. I don't like this thing, as the best lap is 1 minute and 50, and I feel something is going to be literally to do is worse. Now, we're going to be doing is all the way to race again. So, all you have to do is race again. So, even with more people, isn't going to be much possible. That I just literally got 19 new messages, as I was right, I am at 7,000 miles all the way into this one thing. So as you can see, my task, we have only one more. Without a friend, I just completely lost anything, but it's not gonna be very far as possible. And guess what? There is again, for all of those people who aren't going to be trying to trust anything as well. I'm the only worst, because there we're too fast anything. I'm going for hypercars that I just gonna be doing like this thing. So I'll be turning off the chat filter. It's gotta be loud anything as well. You hear this? It's pretty loud. Everything is gonna be making for much more sense. I don't wanna try making many mistakes as possible, but if I do, we're gonna be making... Wait a second. Where are the other guys? They have missed the checkpoint. Where are the others? Some kind of illegal mans. They have missed the checkpoint. Like I say, I'm gonna be running to the finish line and still win. You boys and Minilands Array as well, I'll be staying satisfied as professionals. And you won't able to get for regretting me and against for beating me. So, you legal guys are going to be beating as me. So, you'll be trying to beating against me. So anyways, this is one I just absolutely that I just wanted to do so, even though I heard the supercar right behind. Well, that was just a good luck. That the Koenigsegg CCGT is out of the race. Maybe it was a really uncomplicated thing as well. So, my task has been completed, and looks like we're almost all the way that I'm just gonna be collecting for this one more thing. So, I'm up to get to the police station and try to get away as possible. So, I'm already off then. I got our first bounties, or many more of these cells, and I cannot believe that how rush hour races have making costing these bounties as anyways. So, well then, we don't have any Dodge cars anymore, because that's slightly removed or being replaced, except Dodge Challenger and Chargers. And because of literally, I don't know why this isn't gonna be literally to do this. So we still have any Dodge vehicles in Ultimate Driving, Drive World, and any other games such as Dodge Magnum Limited Edition. So we're gonna be paying our bounties for $200 in cash. So anyways, that is all that we're just gonna be one more. I'll be making sure I'm gonna be using a hypercar instead of using this. But as you can remember about for this vehicle, and I wasn't able to regret as well, since the vehicle is being stuck. So overall, I'm going off to the highway drive as fast as possible, before I won't be able to regret things something as a wrong way. So this is not something that's gonna be very such a wrong idea. I'll be regretting is gonna be very much hard as we can. We're going towards into the highway drive, and I'm probably making able to do anything it was. Until the next part of this video goes on, we'll be taking a highway drive towards to the end, at 300-mile-per-hour cars only. So, finally, I should be able to get away from much more choice. And I won't be able to regret anything that's going to be possible. 202 miles per hour, 8 gears, and the Dodge Challenger Demon have slightly removed all the gears. So it looks like I'm going to be taking the exit, and I have literally going to be making sure that, guess what? I passed the speed camera, and I slightly cannot able to get out of the vehicle. Oh dear. I slightly might be able to reconnect sometimes, since I just retried, but I think it's time to get along with this thing. And before that doesn't gonna be the end of this thing. So, in the current of this map, I'm going to straight over here, and all the way to the end of over here, and I should be able to get around here for as fast as possible, before I won't be able to get too late. There must be a new map over here. We're not subject to be teleported around here. And because of the summer soda, Festia is going to be right onto that island. So I'm not going to be pretty sure to go around the highway drive, and we're ended up going all the way as far as possible. So I cannot believe that I should not able to go right over here until then, but I still managed to complete any cell. I think we're just gonna be the last 2 miles before I just complete it to get along with this cells. Now we're gonna be straighted all the way to the highway drive immediately as fast as possible before I won't be able to take around for this loose. You boys are just gonna be liking, subscribing, click the bell. So many more reasons to do that. So it's been 10 minutes of this video, and recently that isn't gonna be making such as one thing. 29.6, 29.8. We just missed a ramp. I guess this isn't that exactly. We're gonna be pulling over to this thing. Finally, we have collected rewards as 10,000. So this mission is complete. So we don't have any friends to do some kind of extraordinary scams whatsoever. So that is recently the end of this video, by the ways. And all of a sudden, we still need to keep these cars alive. Anyways, they're never able to subject to be returned, and all of this one cost is I'm going to be getting back into the garage by itself. So that I'll be seeing to our next video. Before this isn't recently what is going on, so I need to check what is sold out. It's been sold out anyways. So and what about the limited about for the high performance vehicles? The Dodge vehicles are just removed except the Dodge Vipers, but actually being replaced or added, modeled, or some kind of remodeled as anyways. So if you just enjoy for this video, for all of the sudden we just own for the Corvette C8, and by the way, and I slightly able to sell anything is gonna be once it's going on. And guess what? That is recently the end of the video. But anyways, if I'm going to be sell anything as possible, I should be able to farewell. But next time, I'll be saying farewell to some kind of slow street racing vehicles and say hello to supercars as anything as possible. So there is no anything as American muscle cars. Unfortunately, our best American muscle cars has been removed for sure. So all you have to do is going to be buying for one itself for one only. I'm going to be purchasing for this vehicle literally right now, and then thanks for watching. If I have to purchase for this vehicle, the video has got to be ended for very quickly as possible and completely upgrade of this vehicle as fast as possible. So thanks for watching, and let's purchase immediately. So it's time to get for the SLS Black Series. And that is officially the end of this video long ago. That ended up in $471,000 in cash. Thanks for watching, and this is going to be Turbo Concept signing off, and I'll see you next time in about Driving Empire or some kind of Wayfort Driving Empire as well.